Okay, it's your buddy Mike Messier. I'm here in wherever, Pennsylvania, somewhere in the North Reading. I'm actually trying to have lunch, but I know you folks are adamant about me making new material and entertaining you. So here's to you folks. So what I'm discovering is this area of Pennsylvania, this is expired, by the way. It's expired October 4th, but it seems to be okay, I guess. What I know about the Mike Messier audience is you want to know what's going on with me, how I'm doing. Why haven't I shaved? Well, I haven't shaved because I'm in a film, and I was used, as they say, in the film industry, which is always interesting. That's the terminology they use. You don't mind if I eat a fried shrimp, do you? Was used on this film set last night, and I will be back next week. And yeah, I thought I'd be done by now, but that's okay. I mean, that's the wonder of film industry stuff, is that you never know when you're going to be used or not. Someone's approaching my vehicle. I wonder if he's going to talk to me. So I'm here because the restaurants here are a lot more closed down. There are some restaurants that are open, but I'm not taking my chances with these Philadelphia people or Pennsylvania. So, what have I learned? You gotta be flexible, but at the same time, you have to engage in the adventure. I think about folks, and I'm not trying to be condescending or a jerk. I know that everyone's got a different situation in this fucking world, and that some people's destinies are to be the stay-at-home dad or the stay-at-home mom. The 9-to-5er, whatever. Everyone's got a different path, and that's great. And I never try to get people to do things they don't want to do. So for some folks, watching this video might be fine for entertainment, and then you go about your business, which is great. I appreciate you watching. For other folks, you might also have that call of the wild, that adventurer spirit. You might also be wanting to eat shrimp out of a styrofoam box in the middle of Pennsylvania. So for those out there that might be wondering, well, Mike, how do I do such a thing? How do I leave behind what I know, the comfort? I'm just trying to tell you that it can be done. One thing that's always a pain in the ass is human connections. That always seems to be the case with people that are stuck in a situation they don't want to be in. Oh, I'm going to have these goddamn plantains now. It's always because of some other person. And I guess I would just ask you, whatever the situation is, can you convince that other person to go along with you? If not, I don't know what to tell you. It might be cause for a separation, a divorce, a parting of the ways amicably. For those of you that have kids, or people that are in your family that are sick and need attention, I don't know what to tell you. I know that that's a horrible situation. But for those that have the freedom, I guess maybe for those of you that do have the freedom to get up and go while you can. Because life has a way of strangling your spirit. Life has a way of anchoring you. Just these horrible terms. The golden handcuffs a friend of mine describes his life as. Okay, the wife, the 2 kids, the house, the jobs. Life has a way of castrating your spirit, whether you're male or female. So what I'm telling you folks is, if you are able, no matter what your age, but especially if you're young enough, get up and get the fuck out. If you are in a destination, a geographic location that's not to your liking, or if your life is stuck in a job situation, relationship, home environment, housing environment, you don't see any reason to wake up in the morning other just to check off the box that you did. You owe it to your goddamn self to change things. And I speak this way from experience, It's not coming from a fucking theoretical or a philosophical place. I was in a location for fucking years. I could have stayed there until the fucking day I died. But I decided to make a change. And I did. And now I'm doing things in my life that, hey, it may not be, Van Halen 1984, Pasadena, California or something, but there is some excitement, there is some enjoyment, there's some new adventures. And yeah, you still have to live your life. Right now, my laundry's being cleaned. I dropped off my laundry. I had to go to the ATM. I had to pay a fine for the ATM. I bought this Spanish food. I'm drinking tea that's expired by 2 weeks. Yet I'm somehow happy. So my point to you folks, I'm formulating these ideas as I speak them. This is off the cuff. This is not written out. There's no script here. That life, it doesn't give a fuck if you enjoy it or not. There's nobody who's going to fucking proofread your life and say, hey, Joe, or hey, Joanne, you didn't have enough fun, or you didn't do enough things. If you want to just sit on your ass, and whether you're in New Jersey or Nevada or Guam or Puerto Rico or Japan, wherever you might be watching this, Europe, Singapore, wherever you are, and if you're not happy with your life, life will not give a fuck. It really won't. There's no one out there, there's no proofreader or helper or coach to say, hey, you know what, you're 50 years old now, you're 60 years old now, you're 70 years old now, you're 80 years old now, you're 90 years old now, and you didn't have a good life. We're going to give you all these blessings in the next life, or whatever the fuck. That's not going to happen. So you have to fucking fight and scratch and claw for every goddamn dollar, every goddamn moment of happiness, every goddamn ounce of respect. You have to fight for it. It doesn't matter if you're a white man or a black man or a black woman or a white woman or Asian person, Asian man, Asian woman. Everybody's got to go out there and fucking claw and scratch and fucking fight for every goddamn ounce that this world will give. It's like a fucking NFL football game. You have to fight for every fucking inch of that turf. And I do that every goddamn day. And I don't go into all the logistics and all the fucking bullshit. I don't share every fucking ounce of my life on this thing. I'm trying to think more about you, the viewer. What can I say that's going to pep you up, give you a little fucking hard on for yourself, and go out there and do something with your goddamn life? That's what I'm trying to do. So MikeMessier.com, Mike Messier YouTube channel. I hope you've enjoyed watching me eat this goddamn food. I think it's a good meal. Granted, it is what it is.